Hey, we're going into like a Q&A for like 30 minutes, so if you want to ask me questions about the song, you can. I wanted to make a small little Q&A because, I haven't gone live in like 2 nights. It's been 2 nights. I'm growing in a beard. Fuck. It's like 2:43 a.m. It's almost 3 a.m. That is fucking bright. If you want. Fuck. This is just like a Q&A. Shit's so bright. By the way, y'all, is my camera doing okay? Because, like, damn. Hold up. This thing is acting weird. Eh. I hate this camera. Yeah, well, we'll just have to make of what it is. There's like something like wrong with the camera or something. Because it keeps going like this. We're like little red line. Keeps going. I'm glad you're in here. It's probably like, I don't even know what time it is for you, girl. I forgot. But it took like a few days to get this song out to like how I wanted it to be. I was trying to add a verse, and that shit was just not fucking working. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Glad I'm back here. It's a good day, honestly. It was a good day. I had to fucking fix my... I had to like destroy a barn. The wheelchair man? Hell nah. Ah! Hold up. I want to ask Cash soon how he made his part. Because I need to like learn on how to make melodies again. I haven't been working on like just making beats from like scratch in like a minute, to be honest. working on those is like hard enough as it is, because you got to worry about when you're making a song in a beat program. If you're making a beat, it's really fucking hard because you only got like one, you only got so much on a shitty computer before like everything, like all the sounds and audio just like cuts out. It just glitches. You have to like reload project and you have to like fix it and stuff, and then like, it sounds bad because the quality gets reduced each time you add a new track. So it's like it's a pain in the ass, but whenever you download that, it gets to a point where I'm just like, bro, I like my hair right now. This looks really fucking good. I recommend getting hair gel if you want to get a haircut like this, because holy. But I definitely need to like trim the fade again. I'm thinking about just like getting another trim for my mom. Just be like, hey, just do the same haircut like we did last time, except for this time don't like don't like bring it all the way up to like right here. But yeah. I also got a Cave Town hoodie for my brother that doesn't fit him anymore. Um, and it's kind of torn. But I'm working the night tonight. You're not gonna steal it. Listen here, you what the hell? Bro, I hate when my hair does that in hoods. You were not gonna steal it, but this song probably took me a few days to make. Um, so basically, like how we did it was like, Cash was like, "Hey, I bought some beats," and I was like, "I'm a professional at stealing clothes, buddy. You live on like the other side of the world. How am I?" Anyways, whatever, man. But this song took me quite a while to make. Um, you know, I had a few problems. There's like one making trying to make a verse was really hard because like for me, like I didn't really have words to give for this song, because I'm not really in love with anybody. I'm not really like, hey, tell me what you want type of thing. So I kind of just was kind of just sitting there just writing for like 2 hours. And whenever I came up to something, I was like, oh wait, maybe this could fucking work. Then I put it over song and it sounded completely ass. So I was just like, okay, let's work on this for the next hour. Did that. Was going into Google Docs, was typing a whole thing longer than what I wanted. So I ended up shorting it up a bit. That ended up being completely and total ass over a song again. So yeah. Um, um so we went over there, and it was so fucking stupid for some fucking it was so stupid. We're going into Google Docs, just typing everything, and it took me forever to just be like, you know what, let's just trim my let's go into the beat program, let's just trim this up just a little bit, which we use BandLab. We have to use BandLab if I'm working with him, because he doesn't have Soundtrap, which I use Soundtrap for basically everything, almost everything, whether it be uploading it from there, going from BandLab, going to Soundtrap, to uploading it to YouTube, which I don't have anything connected to BandLab. So the only thing I have connected is my Gmail, and that Gmail isn't even my music account. So this was like, I was like, whatever. Go back to Soundtrap, use a different thing. I was actually connected for the most part, uploaded it there. But the biggest problem with the uploading was trying to get Cash's like whole like cover art, the picture that he took of the outside, which beautiful picture. Love that picture. If you've ever seen it, it's nice. I really felt like it was a good picture. It gave me like a little heart in the air. But you can always ask my dad if we can finally go to Georgia and find a way to steal it. You know? Yeah, I know. I know. But that's gonna take some time, boy. But yeah. When I finally like trimmed everything, I had to use I was working with trying to work on his vocals and the auto tune, which it didn't sound good because he had background noise. You know, you can hear in the song he has background noise. You can barely hear him. It still sounds good. Like the singing sounds good from him, but the only problem is that we don't have mics. We don't have proper mics to do this shit. So we have to use built-in mics from our phone or computer, which is a pain in the ass. It's a real big pain in the ass if you don't have a mic and headphones. Whereas these headphones, you can't plug shit into this. I thought that this was like you can hook your mic in through. No, it's another recording thing. Of course, it's another recording thing. Another charging thing. Of course, it's another charging thing. The headphones are good, but also ass. Not dating a girl of your age was the biggest mistake I've done. Dude, dating anybody depending on like age, height, age, height. She literally ghosted me, nigga. That's crazy. But yeah, she dating anybody, fucking sucks. But anyways, she's 16. I'm 19, bro. How long have y'all known each other? I mean, I'm not even joking. Actually, I've seen way worse. I saw one of my friends post a story. They said that there was a 24-year-old dating a 32-year-old, bro. I was sitting there, that was like, what the hell? Love only leads to heartbreak. Not always true. Not always true. It doesn't always. If you 2 years. Okay. I was gonna say like. It was like, if you just met her, bro, I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Like, you need to be locked up. But if y'all haven't gotten into like any of those acts, I was like, bro, that's fucked up, bro. But whatever, man. You know, I've seen worse. I've seen worse. I mean, we're talking like I've seen like 16 date 60-year-olds, and they usually just meet. I see that shit all the time through um one of my ex's friends, by the way. That friend just wants to be friends to cause mischief, and if they stopped being friends, that person would send somebody to kill that person. Brother was 23 when he. Yeah, sounds about right. Shit goes on everywhere, bro. What the fuck, bro? But anyways, back to the song. This song took forever to like forever in my time. In my time making it is what it felt like. What it felt like taking forever to make and uploading. Except for it only took like a couple days. It wasn't bad. It was just working on auto pitch after my thing. And then, yeah. If y'all checked out my song, y'all are goaded. Well, not my song, but me and Cash's song, you're goaded. It's all a fun game though. What do you mean by that? What the fuck do you mean by that? What the fuck do you mean by that? It gives you a chance to prove yourself. Yeah, I get though. I can't really speak on a behalf of like people dating anymore for myself because most of the time I'm numb. And usually, whenever girls like make hints now, it's just like I get so fucking like oblivious. Hey, sweet tea, don't mind the chat. Everyone's just being we're they're talking about other shit. But anyways, back to whatever. But welcome in. I'm glad you're here. How was my summer? It still is summer. Possibly. Um, it's I like it's not great, but it's not meh. You know, I had to tear down a barn earlier today, or I should say yesterday, because it's 3:01 a.m. for me. Damn, I gotta get up for church at like 9. It's okay. I'll leave this running for like 30 minutes, 30 minutes to 40 minutes. That's how far I'll go. But it was really good actually. I would say it's doing pretty good. I got a fair next month, and I'm hoping to work on more songs and post them out by fall. So let me know what y'all like. Let me know if y'all want to hear them. Like I'm not here to like promote, but I'm here to like be like, hey, music's here if you guys want it. You know, we're working on it. The it's doing good actually. I wouldn't say it's bad. I talk way too much. I'm gonna put on this beanie, bro. I fucking hate my. I got a massive ass forehead, bro. I'm not beating them, bro. This is surprisingly a comfortable Kingdom Hearts beanie, bro. Fuck, I'm pinning this. Mm, y'all had a great day or night, depending on where you're at. Um, I know I sure as hell am having a good night. Um, but yeah, this shit's tripping me out, bro. I hate like that. may end up doing another live later. But other than that, this was cool. Yeah. I do gotta dive y'all because it's spooky time. But I fucking love queso. My brother is moving out in less than 2 weeks, so I will not be able to do lives like this all the time no more. I'm not gonna be able to do that because first of all, my brother's moving out, which means I have to watch my little brother more. And second of all, that means I also have to step up, work on the house more. And that means that we're doing this shit at night would mean that I'm really fucking exhausted and won't be able to do, I won't be able to play video games. I won't be able to work on music as easy. But I'm gonna still try and get y'all the music, out that I'm gonna be making. So whatever the fuck, whatever the fuck happens, just know that I'm gonna try and put a schedule on this. I'm not gonna try and wing it. I'm gonna try and put a schedule on it. I'm also gonna try and go live like at least once a week, if not like a couple times a week. You know, that's probably the most that I can do. Other than that, like as soon as my brother moves out, I gotta start working more. I gotta start working more hard. Not only is it summer, but that means I have to do quite a bit more work in general. So things like doing streams at night, I would have to do this earlier rather than it being like 3 a.m. Not to mention that, you know, I'm gonna have a busy ass life. I'm not gonna have, much time to do this as much as I would want to, which is bullshit, but also at the same time is not because it teaches me how to get things done better, instead of winging everything, and also actually learn, like having more opportunities to learn, even if it's a last minute thing. So that means that we're gonna be pushing and shoving quite a bit. I'm thinking about making a small little EP. I may end up calling it Red and Yang because, well, you'll see why that in a minute, because I've had this thought. I was like, wait, why don't I just make a song on like a weird dream that I've had, that like I felt like a metaphor, that I had a feeling for this. So shit like this is gonna come out more and more. So I'm thinking about just making everything such a tight little schedule, hoping to post more music out. But that does also mean that I have to work extra harder. I have to learn more things. Um, so yeah, just thought I'd get these small little messages out. So yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit more busy, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna be able to talk to people. So people like my boy in chat here, who's a moderator basically for me, um, sometimes, who joins my streams sometimes, or even just comes in, kind of falls asleep to them. That means that I'm going to be able to talk to him quite a bit actually soon enough. But I'm definitely going to be very fucking busy. Um, Especially since the fact that like this shit is going to take a lot more than a simple, you know, just something more than just being simple. So that means I'm going to be improving more on music. I'm hoping to shove something out either in, before the fall, somewhere around between fall and I think winter. I'm hoping to shove more music out. But I'm hoping to shove like at least a song or two before, you know, summer ends. So means I'm gonna be on a tight schedule. You know, um, I'm hoping that it'll be. I think I will have to do this on like Fridays. If not, Fridays and I guess Mondays because I'm not really busy on Mondays usually. But just know this will take a long time. But yeah, I love y'all. We have about 10 minutes of it. Your camera looks like a creepy computer screen in a movie again. Yeah, I'll probably use this for type of stuff like that where like I make something weird. But I kind of like this actually. It kind of creates like a weird like staticky vibe. I actually kind of like older vibes like that. But anyways, just know I'm probably gonna be doing lives on Mondays and Thursdays. I can't remember what time my area is. Hold on. CDT or also known as CST, which is Central Time Zone. So it's 1 hour behind EST. So I'm going to be going live on Mondays and Thursdays. Don't know what time. Could be a little bit late, like 10 p.m. So for some of you, it might be 11 p.m. Some of you, it might be like 8 p.m. You don't even fucking know. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try and not stream. I'm gonna actually try and stream. So love y'all. I hope y'all understand. And if not, like you don't like that, well, fuck it. It's gonna be what it is. I can't always do this forever. I can't always do lives every single day. I'm gonna get older, gonna have a job type of thing. So this is my little thing to you before I get into a really big schedule. um hey Carly, thank you for listening to the song, by the way. It was really good actually. I'm proud of it for being my first song, and I'm glad you're doing good. But anyways, just one more time that I'm explaining this, okay? Just in case, so it doesn't cross your mind, doesn't go over. My brother, which is in the other room right next to mine, so you can probably hear this. Which he probably doesn't give a fuck or whatever. I don't care. I don't care if he cares or I don't care if he doesn't. But um, I'm gonna be moving into a tight schedule. Um, moving into that tight schedule means that I'm not gonna be able to go live every day like how I was a month ago and the month before that. But for right, but just know right now that means I have to step up working on this farm right here, doing yard work such as mowing lawns, doing different things like that. Keep watching my little brother, um, and even helping my stepdad move stuff, and cleaning and feeding type of things like that around a typical farm. So I have to kind of do that. Next, of course, that also means that, since my brother's moving out and I have to watch my little brother, I'm not gonna have enough time to do everything. So we're gonna kind of shoot streams on Mondays and Thursdays. If not, I'll let y'all know what type of schedule I'm running in, so that way y'all can understand where we're coming from. Um, it also means that I'm not gonna be able to work on music as easy as I was able to about months ago, where I could like just go into my mom's store and work on beats all the time. I'm not gonna have enough time to do that because that means I'm gonna have to do a lot more things. But I'm hoping to now post one or maybe two songs before summer ends, which means I'm going to work really fucking hard on a song for, amount of time, and then the next one. Another thing like that is I'm hoping to push it's going to be unofficial, but I'm hoping to push my very first, EP, which is a mini album if you don't know that. Um I don't know exactly what I'm going to call it, but my first initial thought was called Red and Yang. So I hope y'all, that's just going to be a project that I'm going to be working on for the next until like I'm hoping to push it between mid fall to early winter, because I'm working on the first song. It's not the best, but I'm working on the melody and it turns out pretty well. But yeah. So I hope y'all know I love y'all. It was great talking to y'all, but I need to go the fuck to bed because I got church in like 5 hours. Which I know that doesn't seem like, I know that seems like a lot of time, but it takes me forever to fall the fuck to sleep nowadays. My sleeping schedule is fucked up. But we're gonna get back on track with my sleeping schedule. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great day/night wherever y'all at. It was great talking. I'm glad that I could, come on here tonight at least for a little bit. I usually really love doing these things, but I'm going to end up going to bed. And I'm glad you, Aisha, Rue, Sweet Tea, F My Life, of course. And I think I've already said Carly, but whatever. Anyone who came in the stream, I love y'all. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. But I'm gonna go to bed. I will see y'all later. Yeah.